All right. So I'm gonna just start. How's it going there, Sel? All right. So I'm gonna just show some of my crap and I'm gonna record this in case somebody wants to look at it later. But first thing I'm gonna sh yeah. Ah, thanks for letting me know. I'll make it bigger. All right. So this is Jefe. I'm going to create what I call a new repository. And for kicks, let's call it code puppy. And the base directory, because I filled up my normal drive rather quickly, is my external. Just do that. I've already got apparently a project directory for it, but we'll do that. So we'll put it there. Um, I'll switch to code puppy. I'm not going to set any particular model or anything. The GitHub, it's not letting me set a GitHub. Does it let me? Is it because it's only code puppy or do I have a bug? Or maybe it just doesn't let me yet. Okay, well, we'll do that. Um, Most of the stuff below here is for later or rather advanced. All right, so there's a bug. Should let me set a GitHub repository. Oh, that'll be interesting. Yeah. Um, okay, so I will set uh, do I have branches in there or no? I do. Branch one, and I'll just leave it the default model. I'll turn on YOLO. I'm not going to turn on continue. I don't know what was in there. And then there I go. Now I've got a code puppy here. Um, do a pull against this repo. I may not be, what is this? Oh, I need a auth. Codex auth? I don't use code puppy that much, so I don't know what the command is. Ah, except it's going to go to the wrong window. No. Okay. Gonna do it. Yes, you're gonna do it to the right window. Maybe. Oh, didn't like that. Okay. Well, I screwed up the auth, but what I'll do is I'll just kill it. I went back, if I hit F12, I go back to that agent and then I'll just relaunch it. And F12. Tab does not always work for me in Code Puppy. All right. Okay, now it's going to the correct browser. Cool. Okay. Now a pool in this directory, the get pool. And then let's say I'm doing a few different things. I can also set a second one, branch 2, and okay, well, that's fun. I'm gonna do another repository for Jefe, and that'll go to I've got some branches on different drives. Oh no, I moved them all. Default profile GPT-5 6 Sol 5. Cool. Oh, I screwed that up. Sorry. That should just be the main directory. Then branch 1. Don't want to continue right now. Good. And then that'll launch, and I'll say there seems to be a bug. The latest release version. So while that's doing that, I will show the working version. I just put out a release to show all the latest stuff. And as always happens, it broke. So I will stop sharing that one and share a different screen. And this one. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's the right one. Okay. So this is a version that is not so borked. What's borked right now is this field here. Oh, it looks like it might have been borked here too, where you put the GitHub repo name in, and it's going straight over it without letting me enter it in. But so I can hide active and inactive agents by hitting D. I'm going to look at this. Actually, I'm going to go to Jefe. I'm going to go to Jefe and branch 6. Let's go to branch 4. Yeah. didn't need to go to any. So I can go to the issues screen, and the issue will show. This is live from GitHub, so you can actually see what issues are there. The idea for me is to like not bother using the GitHub UI. Awesome. Anyway, the release version apparently has some, or the last version has some issues. Anyway, I think I actually have a bug already open that. So I'll tell it to just send it to an open agent that's not being used, and it will send the issue to that agent. So what'll happen is if I go back to the agent view, it's already told the agent to fix the issue in a branch, and yeah, so it will just go fix it. You can also go and look at pull requests, and you can look at the status of the different actions, reviews, or what have you on the pull request. And you can even, if you tell it to, you can hit merge. I'm not going to merge this yet because I haven't looked at it, but you can merge it from here, and all of that jazz. From the issues screen, you can also, that's an interesting, I don't know why. Oh, anyway, I'll fix that bug. From the issue screen, you can also create a new issue, and close issues, all of that good stuff. I just added a new feature where you can, from the repository view, you can either open up an external terminal. So if you hit F8, you won't be able to see this because it's going to open up off the screen share, but it'll open up a terminal in that directory that repository agent is set up to. There's also F10, which will open one that's embedded in that repository for that agent. And you can switch back and forth to different terminals or what have you. I added I don't think it's in this branch, but I added a terminal manager too that has the same kind of layout, so you can scroll through your terminals. The idea was basically I was opening up a billion tabs. You can see I have a billion tabs open here because I didn't have that terminal view. But I was opening all these different tabs and managing all these different sessions for all these different agents. And it started to get on my nerves trying to manage it all. So that was the main idea behind Jefe, was to give me a way to do all that. And it uses tmux under the hood. I have it working on Mac and Linux, and I've ported it to Windows, believe it or not. It almost works on Windows. There's still a few things I have to work through. The bug that I was showing that it's fixing right now, by not being able to set this repository thing, you won't be able to use the issue screen. So that's why that's important. It does let you set a transient agent. And what a transient agent can do is, if you don't want to predefine an agent, it'll just create a subdirectory under temp or wherever. And you can specify a different route rather than temp if your temp's getting filled. And so you can send issues to a transient agent. It'll still show up in the tmux view. It just won't be saved forever. The other thing that I think is kind of really important is, if I quit Jefe, it'll restore all my sessions, so I don't lose anything. All of them get restored. I can order the repositories. I can scroll through many different ones at once. This is my one where I'm creating the 3D model. This is actually for a client, and yeah, a couple client projects going here. Because I don't always have all of these things running all at once, I can kill them. And if I turn off view mode, then it'll hide them. So I can toggle that on and off. That's basically it. So it manages your repositories, your agents. You can you don't have to go to the GitHub web UI to view, merge, action. Oh, there's an actions view too. Let's see if it's working. It should be working. We actually had somebody, I actually like opened up an issue meaning to create the actions view, and and somebody contributed it. What I don't remember is how to get to it. But you can also view the GitHub actions that are going. Maybe that's not in the version I'm showing, but yeah, you can view the running GitHub actions. Oh, it's G. That's right. So you can view your workflow runs as well and see how they're doing. All of these things do have, if you hit F, you don't have to look at all the issues. So I've got this basically set up to only look at the milestone 10 with any assignee at the moment. So you can filter all these things for PRs, for issues, for whatever. The intent is to you do all the useful things from the GitHub UI without ever having to go there again, because I don't know why for me, but the GitHub website usually is broken. So anyhow, that's Jefe to manage, is basically to not have a billion tabs, to be able to launch all of them. Right now I've got it working for both whatchamacallit, CodePuppy and Lexpert. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not there, Lara, at it being a great UI experience. My keys my key mappings are a bit haphazard. I plan to make that configurable. Oh, I didn't mention this. So this is all about me just not wanting to use the mouse or anything. Um, you can set up a shortcut for the agents, and let's see if I remember how to use the shortcut. Oh, that's right. Just hit 3. Or is it 3 or is it Control 3? I don't know. Oh, that's right. I changed some of the key mappings because they didn't work on Windows, and so if I hit Option 3, it jumps to this agent because it has a shortcut, and it automatically puts the focus. F12 takes the focus away. I can set up to 9 shortcuts. I could probably change this, but boy, if I remember 9 different agents that I have running, then it's such a then I'm doing pretty well. So there's some settings in here that are not going to show if you switch to CodePuppy that are Lexpert specific, like the sandbox. My whole thing with the sandbox is I don't trust agents very much. Right now, I'm not running any in the sandbox, but I don't trust agents very much. So this will open it up in a Podman or Docker sandbox if I have the sandbox enabled. And Lexpert actually has a key thing where it'll actually use it doesn't share your paths to the agent, but it can use the path to run the agent, if that makes any sense. It proxies, it's there. So thanks, Laura. I was kind of like, I like this, but I just don't want to do all these. I don't want all these tabs open. I like Zed okay, but there are things about it that are a little heavier that annoy me, and most of the time I just want to use my CLI. I don't really need or want an ID, and most of the stuff that I'm going to look at on is going to be basically on the GitHub screen or whatever. So there's probably some more things I'll be adding to it in terms of the GitHub stuff, which would be I like the GitHub project system. I hate their UI for it, but I like the GitHub project system where you can assign issues to milestones and all that kind of stuff. And it shows up on that, what do you call it? I don't go with Gantt chart or whatever. Um, but I hate everything about their UI choices except the overall idea. So I'll probably integrate with that at some point. And basically that I'm just this is going to be just a text way to launch agents. Um, for me, the main power is being able to go to an issue and just say, go send this to my agent and I'll go look at it when it's done. I've got directives in the prompt. Right now, they're a little hard coded. I tend to make that configurable, telling it basically to create a branch and make a PR. Um, in my workflow, my Lexpert MD file, I've got things like how to run the verification cycle. I don't really specify it very specifically, other than like for the project in the issue prompt. But I'm going to move all those externalizable so we can customize them. So, um, yeah. So yeah, I'm going to make all of that extra. So like key maps for me have been kind of haphazard. I got used to what I'm doing. Oh, the other thing is like you can manage the agents, like Control R will restart an agent, Control K to kill one, all that kind of stuff. So that's it. One big fat thing to control them all. That was the kind of idea behind Jefe. All right. Um, what else? Anybody else want to share something? Anything you want to look at? Awesome. I'm gonna stop sharing and I'll take yours. Um, do you mind or want me to record it or no? All right, cool.
We'll just say that. And it's probably going to be like, you don't have any.
Gotta get that bread.
Right, exactly. So we can see the live profile. So just from the resume, this is what it built. Yeah, and so interesting, COBOL systems it is. And so then it's asking me, are you think like more specific questions about COBOL, just to get a better idea of what I'm looking for. And yeah, basically it just does an interview. It does a single question at a time to keep it easy. It should be having those chips show up. I don't know why they're not, but it should be having them show up. It's also got a voice mode. So I could make it do live transcription. Right now, it just says it after you hit stop. And it does a good job of transcribing. Yeah. And
Okay, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I didn't get kept at the beginning.
Yeah, for sure. And when I started, I didn't go through the whole process because it's like 20 some questions and it takes a while. And I wanted to show some of the other features, which are post interview. Yeah. So yeah, if you like have like multiple resumes that you want to put in for context, you can give it multiple resumes. You can give it other things like you can give it like GitHub README, and then it will know all about the project that you